So, since the release of Star Wars The Last Jedi, I've been on a binge of content, either if it's Legends or canon, leading up to seeing the new movie. So when it came time for me to go, I created a picture in my mind and an expectation of what would play out in The Last Jedi, and well, it was the complete opposite from what I had envisioned. I still liked the movie even though it had its flaws, but other fans don't see this the same way, and I think this is because of how people have overhyped the movie by making fan theories. One certain type of fan theory that has had the most effect is the ones about Snoke and who he is, and Jesus Christ, it seems like everyone in the Star Wars universe is Snoke. This overhyped fandom will, I think, cause them to create their own expectations of the film. Even Rian Johnson said not to expect anything you've seen before, but fans were upset to find out that Snoke was not a huge character of the new trilogy of Star Wars movies. One man at the forefront of these Star Wars theories is Star Wars Theory. Now this channel focuses on everything from Star Wars, and I think he does a great job at making videos of the content of the books and comics in the Wars universe. But when it comes to theories, well, there are very little sufficient evidence to his claims. He seems to overanalyze, take in point. His Snoke is the Last Jedi theory, where he points to say that Supreme Leader Snoke is the real Last Jedi, is so poorly constructed. I mean, it can easily be proven wrong in the scroll card of The Force Awakens, with it literally saying that Luke is the Last Jedi. He also goes on to make the point that just because Kylo Ren's lightsaber is from an ancient design and comes from a design from the Great Purge on Malachor, and that Snoke is an ancient being that he must have given him it, thus Snoke is really the Last Jedi. Or how about just he went to Malachor and found a lightsaber laying around, because when Ezra and the Rebels crew did the same thing to go to a Sith temple, they found one simply laying on the ground. So why couldn't Kylo do the same thing? This is just one example of the problems with his theories. He always seems to make them deeper than they actually are. This is the only content I really dislike from his channel. One of these theories is that Obi-Wan is Rey's grandfather, and well, to say the least, it is very badly constructed. One of the main points he says is the parallels to the old trilogy and the prequels to the new trilogy. He states that Rey taking a lightsaber out of a trunk parallels Obi-Wan, the battle between Kylo Ren and Rey on a snowy planet parallels the fight between Kenobi and Skywalker on the lava planet of Mustafar. He states many more, but this can be easily disapproved because most of the Force Awakens was fan service and tried to create something familiar. The only point he does have for his claim is that why does Kenobi call out to Rey as she touches the lightsaber and has a vision? Though when she touches the lightsaber, it gives Rey a complete history of what the whole saber has been through. It shows Rey everything from the duel on Cloud City to the burning of Luke's Jedi Temple. And another point he says is the parallels of Rey to Joan of Arc. I mean, they are cool, but what importance does it have to the theory? But a waste of time. The whole rest of the video goes over Kylo holding Obi-Wan's lightsaber, which is hard for me to grasp, and it gets very over-exaggerated and redundant. So do these theories fail? No, in reality, they don't actually. The people watching them love them. And in the comment section, you can just tell it reinforces the ideas of high expectation for the new series of Star Wars movies. Now, do I think the creator of these theories are trying to hurt people's enjoyment of the new films? No, but these videos breed different opinions, and a hype culture around them that ended up hurting fans when they went to see The Last Jedi and ended up disappointed leaving the theater. Now I feel that Star Wars will never be prevented from being hyped or ruined, but I think less speculation can benefit the enjoyment of anything and the surprise of anything.